So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now, I mentioned the importance of covering MCQs from current affairs in previous lectures, so I won't harp on that anymore. I would only repeat that make this lecture series a part of your daily routine because it's the best way to prepare for prelims examination. Because 40 to 50% of your prelims examination is directly or indirectly related to current affairs. And what better way to cover those current affairs for prelims examination than by practicing MCQs? So make sure you make this lecture series a part of your daily routine, make it a daily habit of yours because only then you'll feel confident regarding current affairs in next year's UPSC Prelims Examination. All right? Okay, let's straight away jump into the lecture, starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding line of actual control. It is the demarcation that separates Indian controlled territory from Chinese controlled territory. Okay. It is divided into eastern sector, which contains Arunachal and Sikkim, and western sector, which contains Himachal, Uttarakhand, and Ladakh. Eastern sector LAC is not recognized by China. Okay. So, point number 1 is the exact definition of line of actual controls. It is the demarcation that separates. It is a demarcation that basically separates the two territories controlled by the two nations. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, the entire LAC is divided into 3 sectors. Basically, eastern sector is Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. Okay, middle sector is Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, and western sector is the Union Territory of Ladakh. Okay, so it's not 2; it's divided into 3 parts. So this part is false. India recognizes these 3 sectors, but China does not recognize the eastern sector of LAC because China claims Arunachal Pradesh to be its territory. Okay, so this part is also correct. Only to B. All right, question number 2. Which of the following statements is our correct regarding satellite communication? It has a wider range and higher latency than terrestrial networks. Okay, SATCOM spectrum is covered under Schedule 1 of Telecommunication Act 2023. SATCOM spectrum is managed by International Telecommunications Union. Okay. Now, satellite communication, which provides satellite-based internet, has wider coverage, wider range than terrestrial internet. Okay, broadband internet for fiber, optical fiber network. It has a wider range, but it also has higher latency, and higher latency causes low speed. So satellite internet has wider coverage but lower speed than terrestrial internet. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, satellite-based internet or satellite communication-based spectrum is covered under Schedule 1 of Telecommunication Act 2023, and whichever network is mentioned under Schedule 1 of Telecommunication Act, that spectrum would never be auctioned. It would only be allocated by the government administratively. So there would be no auction of networks mentioned in Schedule 1. And satellite communication spectrum network is mentioned in Schedule 1. So this part is also correct. And SATCOM spectrum is managed by International Telecommunications Union, which is a specialized agency of UN. So ITU is a specialized agency of UN which manages SATCOM spectrum. So this part is correct. All are correct. Okay. Question 3. Which of the following statements is our correct regarding Economic Activity Index? This index uses 27 monthly indicators to gauge the state of the economy. It is released by RBI to predict quarterly GDP estimates. The indicators used in EAI are categorized as low frequency indicators. Okay. So economic activity index is an indicator. It basically uses 27 monthly indicators to predict what is going to be the quarterly GDP figures well in advance. So this part is correct. Now, these 20 monthly indicators provide data on a monthly basis. So they provide it very quickly. Hence, they are called high frequency indicators, not low frequency, high frequency. Now, this EAI index is released by RBI. So that part is correct. The answer is A. Question number 4. Which of the following statements can be a consequence of low fertility rates? That means people having fewer children. Decline in demographic dividend and increase in dependency ratio. Increase burden on state exchequer in future. Okay. So if people are going to have less children, then the youth population of that society would decline. That would mean decline in demographic dividend. and the proportion of older people would increase in that set of people, okay, in that population. So that would increase the dependency ratio, because older people are dependent on the wealth produced by younger people, working age people, right? So dependency ratio would increase and demographic dividend would decline. This part is correct. And if older people, their numbers increase, then the money spent by the government for their welfare or for their healthcare also increases. So it puts a financial burden on the budget, state exchequer. So this part is also correct. See, that is why people are afraid of aging population or low fertility rates. Okay, like the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu. And last, consider the following statements regarding United Nations Security Council Resolution 1701. It came about to resolve the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah in 2006. It calls for withdrawal of Hezbollah from the south of Litani River. Litani River flows in Israel at about 29 kilometers north of Blue Line, border between Israel and Lebanon. Okay. So United Nations Security Council Resolution 1701 actually was passed to resolve the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah, which is a group based out of Lebanon. There was a war between them in 2006. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, this resolution says that look, like this is the border between Israel and Lebanon called Blue Line. And there is a river that flows in Lebanon called Litani River. Okay, so this resolution actually called for Hezbollah fighters to vacate this area and go back to north of this Litani River, so that this area is a buffer zone and Israel is assured that Hezbollah won't attack them. Okay, so this part is also correct. Withdrawal of Hezbollah from south of Litani River. Now, Litani River flows in Israel. This is absolutely wrong. It flows in Lebanon. Okay, south of Blue Line is Israel. North of Blue Line is Lebanon. So Litani River flows in Lebanon at about 29 kilometers from Blue Line, but it flows in Lebanon, not Israel. So 1 and 2 only A. All right. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. Though, you need to also revise what was discussed in today's lecture. Okay? And you can revise or you can take a look at the written solutions of the questions discussed in today's lecture from our PDF file. This PDF file, which contains the written solutions to all the questions discussed in this lecture, is provided on our Telegram channel, and the link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below this video. So click on that link and you can download this PDF file. All right. On that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you next time with another set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Thank you, everyone.